Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. This is episode 242. I'm going to call this a bonus episode because I did have my procedure done very early this morning and I am amazingly very wide awake. Hub is taking a nap, so I'm not going to commit to a full color, but I do have a couple of things to pop in and share. The first is with the small victories. The last image that I worked on yesterday, which is this image here, was done with the Amazon Basics, and I just want to point out something that I noticed when I was putting all of my pencils back. I did a cursory glance at the back page, and these all looked gray to me. However, there are two browns. See, I pulled out the maroon and I did not notice. So I am going to pull out the Van Dyke brown. We have dark chocolate. There is the set of grays, and then in the midst of the grays is this slate gray blue that is not a dark blue. So the other colors missing a dark, like the green and the blue, still stand. I'm going to stand by those. And the red has the maroon and a berry color here that is called magenta. Purple is kind of limited in its palette, but I am really glad that I noticed those browns. So I've grabbed the Van Dyke brown. I have finished the other half of this beautiful, sweet floral filigree, as I'm calling them, a filigree image. And I'm just going to go in with the brown and darken up some of the tones. I'll probably be darkening even the greens with this brown. I did just want to correct myself because I felt really bad that people are going to go away thinking that the browns don't go deep enough, and they very much do. I thought that all three of the images came out great. I have not decided what to do about the embellishing and bling on these three images, but by Sunday I will have figured it out and either executed it or I will with you guys. So I can even use this brown. I had said that the blue didn't go dark enough for me, but depending on the image, you can use a gray. It is not my preference to use gray. I try really hard to stay away from black. Though with the metallics, I did use their black, and it did wonderfully. And browns can be used. You can get different tinted browns that will work very lovely. This center, I used the reds to make a hint of a heart with the, let's see which exact color it is so I don't say it wrong. Maroon, I think? Yep, maroon, 562. I wouldn't even mind. I did take olive. I did the bright green and the light green and then took the olive over the top. I've noticed lately I'm doing a lot of what I call glazing, where I alter a color by putting a either light or heavy coat of a color over the top to alter the color but still have the tone coming through from underneath. I even mentioned over here on this mandala where I saw areas that I missed. Either I missed a blue or a green part of a leaf, and I was doing a shadow over the top. I still say that you need to put your base color so that the buildup is the same and your final resulting color will be consistent across the image. So this is all I wanted to say about the Amazon Basics. This is a lovely dark brown. It works well as a dark shadow color. I might do a little bit more. on my own time. So that is it for the small victories. And being that today is a down day, and I got home super early, I have been playing with plans for the romantic country big image, and I want to share with where I'm at on that. So in both cases, we are doing minimal coloring today. Let's show the image. I just noticed something about this image. Now I'm going to have to back up because it's way too close. And now I can't see you because you're way above my head. Remember, I sit in a recliner. So when I have to go up far, we have this image, and I might go ahead and stick a copy of the image, and I might blow it up big so that you can see the whole thing. I just don't want to get the camera up any farther, way out of my reach. So we have this image, and the one thing that I want to do a little different on this image is a background, and I envisioned a wall or fence of some variety. It doesn't make sense to me to have shelving attached to a fence, so that turned it into a wall. So then I thought it could be a stucco or cement wall, and I dug through my stencils and came up with something I think is a little bit better. It's a little on the busy side, so we'll see how well I implement it. I have two brick stencils. There's the one, very regular, small pattern. Too small, I think. And then I have this larger brick pattern. This is a little bit too big, but I am going to use it. It is going to be used as a guide. I will, just like I did before, where I did, oh, in fact, I have it right here. So, ironically, this image is the back side of the other page that I did, the first page. So I used stencils to make a hint of wallpaper for the back wall. I also just free-handed in tile. So over here, one page later, I am going to use a pencil from the Brutfuner squares. I have already picked it out. I had two colors to choose from that were pretty close. The 114 or 23, and I went with 114. The tone, I was trying to match the tone of the ink that was printed, that printed the images. So here is 114. Yes. And I plan to sort of freehand, sort of draw it in, and then move it around as I need to get the images of the brick to lay correctly. There's some tricks to not wanting the bricks to line up along the shelves in a manner that you can't see them very well, so I have to do some loose interpretation, as well as, if I can make sure we have some vines, I have to kind of go into the vines a ways. There are openings for the vines here, all pretty much all throughout the vines. So what I plan to do, and I've done the mock-up, so I'm going to share the mock-up with you. I am not going to spend the time to do it with you. I just wanted to walk through it, separate from taking up a full episode of coloring. I didn't want to take up any time. So this is my mock-up of the brick. I am using shadows along the bottom to give this a 3D look, and then along the top I will be doing, I could not find my electric eraser for a couple of days, so what I want to do is make sure that the tops, I probably, when I do this in the book, I will be more careful, And I will not draw the lines all the way across the top, and I will be drawing them with light pressure so that they are pretty thin. I don't want them to be solid. This is what I would call my line drawing. And then from there, I will not color these in until I get the main image colored in first. Then I will decide, first off, what color the bricks should be. I'm not thinking red brick. I don't want it to fight with the foreground natural neutral coloring that I will probably end up doing. So I am thinking that they will be some sort of a soft brown. I will probably have a sand or cream, like a grout, mortar, I guess is what it's called. I think of it as grout from doing tile for many years. And so this is what it will look like, and I wanted to share it with you. Stencils are like the most inexpensive thing to buy. I buy them, I've had them for years. I slowly grow my collection. I just found it. I had them all stored in a zipper bag, and then I had some that I had been collecting more recently. So I combined them all, and I created vertical storage by topic. And the bricks are in what I call the man-made section. I have any kind of like machinery, gears, bricks, anything that is literally man-made, made by man, separate from, then I have nature, floral, fancy, simple. I just kind of have like 5 basic categories. And all of my brands are mixed together. In fact, I don't even keep track of the brands that I have. So this is my plan for more prep for big. There's nothing stopping me from coloring if I decide I want to jump in and do one coloring session. And I haven't done this brick yet. I can come in and do the brick at any time. I also decided, rather than doing like distress inks or something, that it would be easier for me to hand draw so that I don't go over the shelving and the gardening tools with, say, the distress inks. So I am not using the distress inks or any inks. I will be coloring the background with pencil, and again, I envision it being an accent. So right now it has equal weight and is quite busy, and I plan to have all of the images that are going to be colored being colored, and they will pop, and then I will just do a light coloring on the background. So that is it for today. Just a short, quick one to hop in and visit with a couple of things while I'm sitting here recuperating. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. And I will definitely see you tomorrow for the daily color. And we will be coloring either in the big, or we will be doing the heart, the big heart with the Artisto pencils. And I have not decided yet which I am ready to do. I hope to see you there.